Hey guys, Bunny here, and welcome to the game dev log day 2. Not sure what we're going to call it, like how we're going to refer to it. So when we last left off, there was a lot of stuff you missed that I edited out. A lot of that stuff is in the goblin handler, so I actually had moving towards and moving towards kind of stuff. Basically, if I'm not looking at it, it will move, it's supposed to move towards me, and if I am looking at it, it will move away from me. Those both fucked up. And there's a very good reason for that, and the reason is I miswrote what needs to be done. What I need to do, basically, to make my goblin move towards the player and away from the player. So at the moment, if I've got this, so if the player is unaware, so if I'm not looking at this box, it goes away, it disappears. Why does it disappear? Why does it disappear? Now, I think the answer to that is move towards is moving me from the position of the box to the position of the character, and it's getting confused, maybe? To test out to figure out what's actually happening, I'll click play. Now pause. Yeah, so the cube is going towards me very quickly. Now if I change that to like 0.1, right? Yeah. So it is actually working. This one's actually working. Get away from me, box. Leave. Leave me. Okay, let's change it to like 0.01. Let's see how fast that is. Stop it. Go. Oh, okay, so it doesn't reset. Okay, so basically if I get a bool from me looking at it, if it's true, player unaware equals false, and then this will happen. But if it's not true, then it should be equals to true. So why isn't that working? Oh, it will never be not true because me looking at it will always make it true, and they'll, okay. So I need a timer. Now I believe time dot wait for seconds. I need to wait for seconds, and it should be like maybe 2-3 seconds. Okay, what happens if I just do it here? I think it's yield, but I'll use the API. So there's a lot of things that I think went wrong in the last video that I'm gonna try and, so I'm gonna make it less kind of scripted. I had like the thing listed out and I was trying to like do the stuff that I had listed out for that. I wanna make it maybe a bit less. I wanna try and kind of just make it like a vlog of me chilling. Seconds, and then I'll change that to like 3. Player unaware equals true. Body of goblin can't be an iterator block because void is not an iterator interface type. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to look up some kind of, I'm gonna actually look up like how other people have done this kind of stuff, because otherwise it's gonna just take way too long. So apparently I was looking up how this stuff works. So this is the code that I've seen being used. I'm gonna change that to player unaware equals true. Wait for seconds 2, which is perfect, and that. So this is good as far as I know. So I enumerator, and I'll change it to look away, maybe. It's probably a alright thing. And then apparently you start new coroutine by doing new start coroutine, and then look away. Cannot return a value from an iterator. Value from an iterator? What does that mean? Object of a type convertible to IEnumerator is required. Should I stop the return? What happens there? Okay, that seems to have fixed it. No. No. Stop. Okay, that worked. That worked a lot better than I thought it was going to work, honestly. Before telling goblin it's safe to move. You can delete if player's unaware. So everything works to basically to the extent we want. We do want another coroutine for wait for seconds for movement. So like he'll move, wait a little bit, move, wait a little bit. So then like he's getting a bit closer. It's a bit weird. Now I do want to make it so I did say that I wanted him to just chase the player like kind of slowly when you're not looking at them, like it is at the moment, like Weeping Angel style. But that's not what I want. I want it to like be a chance, and like if you get too close, it'll attack kind of thing, rather than him just chasing you constantly. So this is our funky boy. You might remember me from such films as why the fuck it do that. So as you see, nothing is happening. If player unaware equals false, then move towards this. The thing with this is, that's a 0. That's why nothing happened just then. Okay, we'll try it again, and you'll see something weird happens here. Okay, it's not working for reasons I am not sure about. Try it again with a little bit more speed so we can kind of see it actually happening. Okay, see how it's just dropped? That's one, it's probably because it's a bit too fast, but two, it's because it's moving to negative character transform dot position. Now, in the last thing I didn't show you it dropping, I actually showed you it dropping like a little bit, but I didn't tell you why it was dropping because I cut that part out. Now, the reason it's dropping is because negative player.transform.position is 0, negative 1.25, 0. So what that's doing is the only thing that it's the only way that it's like the only thing it's going towards is negative y, right? It's just like it's moving towards 0 and 0, but it's moving towards a negative 1.25, which is down from here, which is underneath the ground. So what I want to do is to make the not move the y at all, basically. I'm gonna have a new vector 3. Okay, so we'll start a vector 3, right, in the here. So public vector 3, and we'll call it to player in update equals this dot player dot transform dot position, this dot transform dot position. This is supposed to be p character. I forgot about that. Okay, so this dot transform dot position dot y, and then this p character dot transform dot position dot z. Is that going to work? Cannot type int to vector 3. Cannot float. Oh, hang on. You need to write vector 3. Yeah. Now this will be, okay, this is moving away from p character, right? So it needs to be negative to player again. No, because that'll be p character. This. How do I move it in the direction opposite of the hit laser? Can I look at the direction? Nothing makes sense. I see why that won't work. Okay, back to square one. I'm gonna have to look this up because I'm a bit lost. I'm trying to oversimplify it. Over freaking complicate is what's happening. Move towards is useless here. Actually, let's use the two player method. Two player equals this dot transform dot position minus player dot transform p character, sorry, dot transform dot position. Yeah. And then this dot transform dot position equals to player. What does it look like now? Where did you go this time? I need to do dot translate, right? Yeah. Okay, I think I fixed it. I hope I fixed it. Okay, it is moving away. Now I'm gonna just drop the Y freeze position because that doesn't seem to do anything. If I want it to move on the Y position, it will move on the Y position. Maybe I need two vector 3s with converted player object so it doesn't change the Y because the goblin is different size, because I don't want to change the Y, I just want to do the X and the Z. The translate just moves it where I want it to go, in the direction that I want it to go. And if I change the Y, it shouldn't move it in the Y direction at all. To player dot Y equals this dot transform dot position dot Y. Is that how that works? Oh my god, it is. I didn't realize that was the thing that worked. Okay. Bye. Can I change the speed? I can do time dot delta time. That might change things. There we go. Okay. It now moves away from the player if I flash a light at it. Get back. Get back, you disgusting goblin. Okay. It works. 10 out of 10. Thing works. I actually might move the light up a bit. What happens there? What does it look like now? Yeah, here we go. Now it's like I'm actually shining the light on it to stop it. That's another thing down. We've got another thing down. So move closer to the player when not in field of view is ticked. Sun movement away from flashlight is ticked. This is complete. This is complete. That's not complete. And the killing the player is not complete. So what have we got to do here? Figure out if there is other goblins in the area. Figure out if a goblin is hit by a light. And we need to kill the player if player enters radius. If player unaware is true, do that, and then also start coroutine. Look away. If I put this like that, what will that change? Because that should just mean it's always. That should mean it's always, because it's false anyway until the coroutine, right? Yeah. See, now it's edging closer. Instead of doing like that, I'm gonna do this, which is like an array equals. So it'll be the same thing, but the other way around, right? Maybe even increase it, and then I'll change it to slow walk. What happens now? Nothing, because the slow walk is what I wrote. Now what does it look like? Okay, something's wrong here. Oh no, hang on, that makes it false. What I need is to like do this, right? Didn't help me. What if so I need to change that to 1. I need to make that equal false. I would need to change that to there. Now this should be right, like it'll be 1 second of on, 1 second of off kind of thing. Look how creepy that is. He just like slowly edges toward me when I'm looking away. Maybe like change that to like 5 seconds. So what I think I need to do is I'll change that to if not player unaware, right? So it's on update, and then I'll change this, put this here, and then that just tells me that I'm looking at it. Does that change it? Because it'll be on update instead of like when I'm looking at it. See ya. Player unaware should be false automatically. Okay. So what I'm doing wrong here is that I'm using the player unaware as a different function for a different functionality, and I shouldn't be doing that. Player unaware means that I've looked at it, and that's a signal that will just be there, right? So it will equal true. So the equal true thing will be like in the look away kind of section. So if it's true, if it's not true, sorry, then move it to the player, move it away from the player, and then start look away, which will mean it'll stay false, wait for 5 seconds, then it'll turn true that the player is unaware again. So it should be assuming that it's true that the player is unaware, unless I'm looking at it, basically. It should be true that the player is unaware. Right, now player unaware is using this, which is do that and then start slow walk. Slow walk is wait a few seconds, player unaware equals false. There's got to be a better way to do this where it's not stupid. I mean, I'm not being stupid, basically. Okay, so for the slow walk, what I want it to do is like slowly edge towards them while it's not looking at them. It's not moving towards a player at the moment, is it? It's never getting to the point where it'll just constantly move away. So the issue is the look away function, which makes it false after it's false to keep it false, to make sure it's false. And then it will wait for seconds, which is 5, and then it'll go true again. So it's flicking between them, basically. And the reason for that is because the update where it's going like true, false, 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 true. So these shouldn't be things that happen. What I need to change is look away and slow walk is slow walk towards the player. Slow walk, I'll need to have it, it'll move towards the player, if player is unaware, and it'll assume the player is unaware unless the player is false, which will be the light. So this is made by the light hitting it. That means that the player being unaware needs to have like, what if I just fucking do this? Why am I so dumb? If I change that to that and then just, right? Whee! If I change that to 2 seconds, it'll move for 2 seconds, right? If I go like, yeah. So that's good. That actually moves it away. It's like, pew, get away from me. Comes back. Now, slow walk. This is annoying. Figures out that I'm not doing a thing. It'll go to the move towards. You know what I can do? Here we go. So var x equals 0, right? Equals true. If x, so this, and then I put this, I can make it a number instead of a boolean. So it's it's essentially not a boolean. It's a trinary system. So x, and then I'll make that equal to 3, right? And then if x equals 3 or x equals 1, then that, and x equals 2. Else x equals 1. Huh? Am I smart? If that doesn't work, wait for another second, and basically it'll be 2, 1, 2, 1. Yeah. No, so it'll skip the first turn. That's what I meant. I don't know why I put 3 there. It'll skip the first turn, and then the next turns it'll do it. Whoa! Int. Let's just make it y just in case. Everything got cleared? Yes. Nothing is happening. Okay. What I'm going to do is make a public int 3 to start things off, and then you can just... Everything's fixed, right? Yeah, okay. And then, does it work this time? It's still moving towards me, just slowly. 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, maybe I should put the yield before it, not after it. Here we go. In front of it is the thing you gotta do. I think I gotta change that to 2 again, so it moves a little bit faster than it's moving. I'll times that by time dot time. No, it's time dot delta time. Okay, not timesing that by time dot delta time then. Oh, I can make it faster here, I remember. So it's timing that time by 5. Change it to 3. Yeah, okay, that's functioning. That's good. We've succeeded in our one objective, which I didn't think we were going to succeed. I did, like I said, one objective. I want to get to one objective per episode. Like after this goblin, like I wanted to get to a point where we can just like knock out one of our objectives each time. I didn't think that was going to be in the second episode, but we knocked out basically 2 objectives. We fixed this up so it works pretty much exactly how we want it to work. Okay, I forgot to write another goblin is hit by a light. So now it like slowly moves towards the character. It moves at an appropriate rate. It like stops and moves forward, and it runs when you put the light on it. Now we just need to figure out if there are other goblins in the area. So now I can just literally just duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. And they'll all follow me at their own rates because I duplicated them at different times. I shine my light on them. Oh, interesting. Goblin 1 moves. What's the difference between them in that case? Is it a player issue then? Is it our light behavior script? If the collider name is goblin, hit.collider.tag. I'll make an enemy tag, right? That's why that's not working. Okay, now this will be our last little mission for the day. Oh, did I not change them? I fucking didn't change them. That's why. It was all fine. I just didn't change them. Okay. Leave. And that's time. So all these work. So I need to freeze their rotation. Fun fact. I'll freeze the original's rotation. Okay. So that works. We've done what we need to do. So what I'm going to do at some point is basically I want to have a button where you just like click a button to turn off your light for places where there are enemies that are attracted to light, and it will just disable this script and then enable it when it needs to be enabled, kind of thing. Also, fun fact, I learned how our bit shifting works. What bit shifting is to save on data, I guess. A layer mask is assigned to actual bits, like binary. So number 1 is 1, number 2 is 1 0, number 3 is 1 0 0. So bit shifting is like it's like coding binary into Unity because it doesn't have there's no like binary value specifically, which that's kind of interesting. I know how that works now, so it's quite good. So what happens is when it says layer mask equals 1 to 8, so that's 1 is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 basically. So that's 8 places to the right or to the left of the first iteration, and that's number 9 in the layer masks because that's how that goes. 1 is 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, that's kind of fun, kind of just like an interesting thing for you to learn if you didn't realize what bit shifting was like I did. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm going to be trying to do this every day, maybe not always as long, but always doing something, always adding things, because that's my goal to finish this game. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bunny out.